Okay, welcome. I'm live. I hate this thing with live streams that in the beginning there's always like this moment where for the person that is doing the live stream it's unclear if it's already live, and then there's this like waiting around and there's quiet, and so I just started and even I don't really know if I'm online completely, but I know now that I'm online because some people are here. Yeah, it's nice that you wave. There's a nice function. You can also, can you actually also write? Can you write comments? I don't know. Yeah, I think you can write comments. I made a few notes for myself. So for the people that don't know what the no screen challenge is, this is the short form for no screen after 8 p.m. for 30 days challenge. And that means that after 8 p.m. in the evening, of course it's in the evening, if it's p.m., then you are switching off all the screens. So no computer, no phone, no TV, no, I don't know, tablet, goggles, yeah, and all this stuff. You switch it off and then you see what happens. And you do it for 30 days. Because people like it when it says like a time frame. Yes, for 30 days I can do that. Yeah, I think some people have already like had some fails or had problems to get into it. For me personally, it's something that I feel like, why would I stop after 30 days? Because for me, it feels very, very, very good. Okay. Number one, some people had a lot of trouble in the beginning to get into this challenge. Yeah, they said, I want to do the challenge, but then had some problems. I will go into this, what these problems are. It's around 100 people that are currently doing the challenge. I haven't got feedback from 100 people yet, yeah? But from around like 25 people I got feedback. So I'm sending people messages and try them and ask them how it's going. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting to hear all these different stories. And I always really love it when people tell a few more things. So the people that struggled to do it in the beginning, to start with it, were the people that have a lot of times they're self-employed and they put their work into the evening. There's also very often people with children. Yeah, so that's very common. You have your children and you do your stuff all over the day, and you obviously, if you have smaller children, you want to spend a lot of time with them, but then you have still some stuff to do in the evening. And this can often with people like go until like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock and things like this. The problem is when you have small children, you anyway already have struggle with sleep. So I was actually in the beginning when I became a father, almost falling into the same trap, yeah, of always like doing the stuff late, and then I couldn't sleep so well because I was a bit sort of agitated still from doing the work and from looking at the screen, of course, because we know, like, do I need to tell anyone that if you look at a bright screen in the evening, this is a bit disrupting with your natural rhythms, because usually it should be like becoming darker and darker in the evening, and you shouldn't have a screen like glaring into your eyes. So what I did is I just switched it around. For a long time I thought I'm a night owl. Yeah, a night owl, owl. Yeah, like this bird that is in the night. Because in my family it's very common. Yeah, so I thought I'm also this. But then I realized I'm actually not. I can actually be whatever I want. Yeah, I don't need to be I don't need to be awake in the night, because it was very normal for me for some time to be awake until like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I just switched completely. I just went to bed super early, like at the same time when my kids or my first child, before I got the second one also, went to bed. I also went to bed. Yeah, so I sometimes went to bed at 8 o'clock, and then I got up at 4:30, 5 o'clock or something like this. And then when my child was still sleeping, and everyone was sleeping actually, then I could do the work. Yeah, so I got out of bed and did the work, very focused, very concentrated. And when the other people were, because usually people wake up at 7 and so on, blah, 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 and also, yeah, my child didn't wake up so early, so I'm like a bit one of the lucky parents where the child doesn't wake up at 5 o'clock. Then I had already done quite a few things. So then if I just continue with like focus work, being productive, then in the evening I don't need to do any work anymore. So I think there's a little bit of a fuck up when you don't achieve that you can have a restful evening, because this is what your evening is for, to rest. No? So why is there the need for so many in our society that we feel the need to still work in the evening and draining ourselves because we never really recover well. Yeah. So there's a question for everyone. Can I solve this? Can I have my day? And it doesn't mean that you need to wake up at 4 o'clock. I'm not also doing that anymore. Like I'm sort of got into a very balanced rhythm, like not going to bed very late, not waking up very early, like sort of something pretty normal actually. And this is a lot about how you time yourself and understanding actually how much you need to do. Because one big thing in our society is that we say yes to many things and many things become urgent. They're not really urgent, but it's made urgent. Like everything has to be quick. We have to do lots of things. And then what happens is, all the time we have this anxiety of, I didn't finish this, blah, 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 I need to answer this. And this is not just work, but it's also the feeling that you need to answer people. Yeah, they write you messages. I get lots of messages like every day. And I cannot directly answer all of them. Yeah, I try to be very like efficient and go like pop, 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 pop. I just answer, I just call, yeah. But there's also messages just piling up. So yeah, at some point you just need to say, okay, that's it. I did enough for the day. Now I can really relax. And then the question is, what is true relaxation? Because for so many of us, relaxation in the evening means to switch off, to switch on a screen, yeah, to look at a show, at like Netflix or YouTube or Instagram. And this is like, I tell you something about the initiation of this challenge. Like we had a nice conversation, students from my 12-year training certification course and me, and one person was raising this question. How could you in the evening like spend time without a screen? Like what would be strategies to do that, to go there? Okay, and that made me think. And then I thought, first of all, okay, let's do this challenge. But now I lost my thread. Okay, but the other thing, the other thing is, now I have it again. The other thing is that there is a feeling, we talked about a certain feeling, and I think there is a feeling of lack of control when you do certain things in the evening. Like, okay, there is this basic thing about the screen in the evening, like it's a bit impairing with the natural rhythm, that's one thing, but there's another thing. There is the feeling that you have when you watch all sorts of YouTube videos or you scroll on Instagram. It's actually a different feeling from when you watch a movie in the evening. Like when you just say, okay, I watched this movie, this is 2 hours, I watch it, and then afterwards I go to bed or something like that. Yeah, because this is a clear choice. But very many people feel when they do the scroll, the doom scrolling, how it's called, like with thumb, like pop, 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 yeah, that then they have the feeling of, I lost control. I lost control here about what's happening, and I don't like it. We don't like to lose control about what we are doing. So that's a big thing. So already when you decide, okay, I'm watching a movie instead of scrolling, this will make you more relaxed. This will also make you feel better with yourself. Now the question is it bad to lose control sometimes? That's the question, like not able to answer properly. I tend towards, yes, it's still a problem, but that might be different answers here. Let's not go further into it. But this feeling is definitely one that's very important here. And this is why also people feel so different now when they're doing this challenge, not looking at the screen in the evening. They feel that suddenly I have much more control actually. Nothing is pulling so much on me. Because the thing is, you have attention and there's a lot of things pulling on your attention. It's other people, it's advertisement, it's whatever, events happening. for example, my attention is a little bit pulled by someone being a bit loud outside somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So if you have time to guide your attention in your way, in your true way, like truly asking yourself, like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do now? What do I want to do now in the evening? For me, yeah, boom. Without the things that pull, yeah, the things that have also this, because for like sugar, no? Like sugar has this pull. It pulls you a little bit. It pulls you a little bit like, come to me, eat me, I'm the sugar, come, eat me, yeah? Like with these things, like, can you get rid of this? Can you bring the sugar out, yeah, of the apartment? And can you switch off the screens? Can you take actually the screens also out of the apartment? This is what I told many people in the beginning of the challenge. It will be easier if you switch off everything and actually put it in a different place, if you can. Yeah, if you have a car, you can put it in the car. If you have, like me, I have an office room that is like downstairs, then I put everything there. Yeah, or at least maybe you put it in the backpack or something like this. Okay, so it's not pulling so much. Then you sit down and you see what happens. So what now? Many people have actually reported that, or several people, let's say several people, have reported it's a very intense feeling in the beginning when you don't do something with the screen. Yeah, when you suddenly just sit there. And one person told me how it was for her she was working until like 8 o'clock, and then she was going home in the public transport, yeah, where it's very usual to be on the screen, or to be on the phone, or to have something that is, or at least to listen to something. So this is also connected to the phone. So she was just there, just sitting there. Just sitting there. Slowly, a bit of a weird feeling creeped up. A bit of a weird feeling of, I'm suddenly feeling things that happen inside of me that I don't feel if I numb myself all the time with going into the outside, with looking, but taking the time to let this feeling come up. And they are not always pleasant. They are not always pleasant. They can be intense, this feeling. Yeah. And other people have reported to me like, they feel this like urge to go to the screen. Yeah, it's like a programming that happened. It's a programming that happened on the one hand. And on the other hand, there's a thing that it is difficult for people. And maybe you know this quote from Blaise Pascal. It's difficult for people to sit alone in a room. Yeah. If you can do this, if you can sit alone in a room in quiet, this is one of the basic exercises. This is one of the basic exercises that shows that you achieved a certain state. So I recommend to people to go towards there. And I actually put this as a side quest for this challenge. Hey, do nothing. Yeah, one time at least, do nothing. Just sit there, you know, just relax. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah, someone asked for how long. You can start 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah. And then the question is at some point, can you do 1 hour? Can you do 1 hour of just sitting there? I did this for like many years ago. I did this like every day, 1 hour, just sitting. Yeah, just doing nothing for 1 hour. Boom. So for me now, when I do this, like put my screen away in the evening, I always feel like, oh, what a relief, what a freedom. Like I never have any, you know, of these urges, I don't have this, like, I don't know if anymore or whatever, but I don't have this, you know, I don't feel like there's nothing creeping up. It's all like very soft. It becomes very soft and relaxed and very focused. Like I can sit down, I can read 50 pages, I can read 70 pages without a break. Yeah, or I feel actually my mind is also open to do some creative work. Like every day I write some stuff in the evening. So really like this creativity that, that comes back when you have quietness. Yeah, where it's suddenly like, poof, things come out of yourself. And thanks, Tom, for writing, like doing nothing is like holiday. Yes, and also switching off your screens in the evening is like a holiday. Truly recovering in the evening. This is what the evening is for. Because if you do all the time things, also for the people of you, many of you that listen to my things, they are interested also in being productive. They are self-employed or they want to do things. They want to do things, yeah? But in order to do things for a long time, you need to be able to relax fully. Like, poof. Okay, okay, someone wrote these in now. Yeah, I convinced someone. Great. I think I achieved then everything that I wanted to do in this little live stream here. Yeah, no, that was not what I wanted to achieve, but yeah, that was my thoughts. That was my thoughts that I wanted to share with you, a little bit of insight, what's going on. In maybe 1 week, maybe a little bit more, I will do on YouTube also live stream and tell you a few more things about what I discovered or what people told me. Not that I discovered anything, but just people tell me how they feel, and I tell like the world. So to share, yeah, I'm like the things where things go through, and I will do next time on YouTube because part of my community is not on Instagram. And I'm writing every day an email, yeah? Every day I'm writing an email to people with insights. So if you're not yet getting the newsletter, then just click on my website and there's directly the sign up and you can sign up there. But I don't want to bother you now with this blah, blah, blah. Just do it, yeah? If you hate getting an email from me every day, don't do it because you will. You will get an email every day and it will be insightful. Okay, thank you very much for being here and have a great evening. I will now switch off my stuff. It's almost 7 here. Yeah, I will do today 1 hour earlier, so I have 12 more minutes, and I don't know what to do in this 12 minutes with my screens. I actually have nothing to do anymore today. I finished all my work. I did enough, so now I can relax. I can be with my kids, make them some nice dinner, and that's it. Good night, and see you later.